Okay, so let me ask Jay, if your subject is dead, I assume you don't have a lot of potential legal problems. If the subject is alive, as they were in Todd's film and many of these other films, I mean, in 127 Hours, you know, King George VI, I think, is still dead, but the rest of them are alive. So what are the constraints on that the law puts on the filmmaker?
Okay. Well, in making a film based on real events, no one has an exclusive property right in their life story. And so the filmmaker has a couple of choices. One choice is to approach the living people and get them to sign documentation that waives rights and permits fictionalization. Another is to go forward and try to make the story without that, in which case they have to they have to be careful about being truthful about things about living people. In the U.S., once you die, these rights are personal, and once you die, your personality dies, and so you no longer can be defamed, libeled, have your privacy invaded, etc. In the United States, this isn't necessarily the case all over the world. But in the United States, that's the case. So it's much easier to tell a story and to fictionalize a story about dead people than about living people.
That's true for an estate as well. Like if you have, like for example, there's been many attempts at making the Jimi Hendrix movie. And his family won't allow the use of those songs because of the possible depiction of drugs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, the copyrights in his songs survive his death. So if you want to use his songs in your film, or his recordings for that matter, you'd need to get those rights. So
of course, you could make a Jimi Hendrix movie without the songs.
Right.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, the lesson here is if you don't want somebody making a movie about you, you better be a musician.
Well, Nowhere Boy, it was the story about John Lennon before he became a band in the Beatles this year, so they didn't need to use any Beatles songs really in that film.
Well, yeah, nobody went to see it because there were any Beatles songs.
I did. Interesting legal issues in that film.